Welcome back for a book review. Today we are talking about this one. So this is Llewellyn's Little Book of Life Between Lives by the Newton Institute. So this was one I wasn't really sure when I was going to get to it. It's one I wasn't really excited about. Just, it didn't really call to me at all. I really didn't know what it was supposed to be about. Also, if Mike is picking it up, let's put it that way, Office Cat has decided right now when I'm trying to record is the opportune time to eat her dry food. So you will hear that in the background. Anyways, so this book I was really not sure about, to be honest. Okay, so my library, trying to get to the description of a book is like not the easiest. So a lot of times I judge based off the title and the cover. And I'm like, well, we'll see. And since I'm trying to read all of the witchy books, I kind of don't really care. I just pick them out and go with it. Like, I just search, and when I find some, I put them to a list, and then I go through the list and I check them out. So this happened to finally get to that part of the list, and I was like, well, all right. So I checked it out. I didn't have any expectations. I kind of vaguely assumed roughly what it would be about. I was kind of right, kind of not. I thought either Life Between Lives was going to be about like living more fully, being more present, stuff like that, or reincarnation. It was kind of the latter-ish. So this book is basically taking the concept of reincarnation and like past lives and stuff and talking about that, but also like the in-between, and like it's a very new age book. So it's not necessarily pagan, but like it kind of can be if that's something that you're into. Again, I will probably have to preface this for a long time. Cat is intrigued with tripod, so when it moved suddenly, that's why. At the end of the video, I will show her so that you get to see her because she is cute. Anyways, so past lives and stuff. I don't know, like it's a concept that's interesting. I don't know if it's for me. And this book was very just okay. Like, I don't know. I didn't really have any expectations going into it. The more of the introduction and stuff I got through, the more I was getting more skeptical, to be honest. Whenever there's like this really big push of like somebody does this groundbreaking work and that there's an institute that's set up for it, it gives me like questioning. And like, I don't know, there's just a lot of scammy things out there, so like it always makes me a little nervous. And of course it's from Llewellyn, so like I kind of expect them to do pretty well, and like, you know, for vetting who they're supporting and whatever, but I don't know, it left me kind of questioning. And like it's one of those where it's like, how much can you really say though? And like I think this comes down to like, I was raised as an atheist, so naturally that kind of kicks into my belief system at times, and this is one of those, because the examples, which is 90% of this book, are just extreme most of the time. And even if they're not extreme, they still kind of feel extreme. So for example, a lot of the examples had to do with like World War II. And you're like, cool. Like, I don't know how frequent we are gonna be soldiers. And like a lot of people died during that time, but a lot of people also didn't. And there wasn't always, I don't know, I have a hard time with disbelief for it. Because none of the past lives are ever just boring, normal lives. Like, it's never just a casual worker. It's never just a casual person. Like, they're always gonna be like these extremes. And I would say a wartime past life flashback is gonna be a bit extreme every time. When I've done my own past lives, they're not like that at all. They're quite on the contrary. They're very bland. And like it's always got to be like these violent mega deaths and then these things, and like I don't know, it was just the examples kind of got really old really fast, to say the least. And it did kind of mellow out a little bit as you got towards the end of the book, but the first half felt very extreme in the examples, and that's all this book was. And it kind of felt like a sales pitch for their institute, which really bothered me. They do give you some examples of stuff to do, but the entire book is telling you about these little segments of situations from other people who have gone to their institute. That's all the book is. And it's like intriguing-ish, but like that got really old really fast. And other people might really like that, and if you're into that, that's cool. It wasn't for me. And the thing is, like, the other parts of the book, that are still example based. It got some weird stuff. The in-between lives thing where you kind of have like this almost like soul massage spa place. That was weird. And like, just because you got to be in old age, suddenly like you need like this specific treatment because you are old, or if you died young, you get this one. It just was really weird. And like the examples with the library, the Akashic or whatever library, was really weird. Like, I don't know, it's one of those that like I have a hard time. Because like, if you follow any mythology and you actually believe it, it's all gonna sound a little wackadoo, right? Like, again, I grew up from an atheist household, so because of that, belief in anything feels weird. And also, we've moved upstairs, so you might also hear the dog drinking outside the door. We're doing great today. So anyways, so I struggle with some of these beliefs. And like, if it works for you, fantastic. Like, that's great. I'm glad it works for you. Because like, my beliefs are weird to other people. When I try to explain it to other people, it's whack. Because they're like, what do you mean you believe in a half skeleton, half alive thing that rules over death? What? That's not normal. And like, trying to explain my concept of the afterlife and how it works. Like, in my belief system, like, that is weird. And so like, I have like a hard time. Like, some of them, they just, it's a little weird. And like, reading through this book, the examples and the experiences, I'm like, okay, my atheist upbringing is kicking in hard right now, because I have a hard time believing all of this, really hard time. And like, the fact that it's only backed up on the person's account of what they're saying is like, okay, that's fine. But like, I don't know, to make such a sweeping statement, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, if it's a thing that works for you, that's great. I don't know that this works for me. And like, again, I have my own belief system for the afterlife. I have a whole book that talks about it. So like, to me, it's one of those things where it's like, you know, like, all roads lead to the same city. So like, however you want to get there, I guess. Fine by me. Don't really care. And like, I don't know, it's just, it felt weird. And again, with the Institute side of it, and like, this one person has figured it out and whatever, was, I don't know. I didn't really love it. I didn't love that aspect of it. I really got bored with the interviews and like, reading through their past lives and things. It got really old really fast, and that was pretty much the entire book. There were some exercises, they were kind of interesting, but mostly just like journal prompts for the most part. So I don't know. Maybe if you went to the Institute, you'd have a really great experience and it'd be fabulous. I don't know. I don't know if there's one here. Don't think I'm gonna look into it personally. I don't know how much I really care about the past lives. Like, I'm not completely convinced that you're like trying to evolve as a soul. Kind of feel like you're just like experimenting with existing just because, like, why not? Like, I don't think we're striving to be these perfect beings. Like, I think there's just so many different lives to choose, and like, life is short, so like, you just pick different ones. So anyways, I would love to hear your thoughts on this one in the comments down below. Huge thank you to my patrons. If you want to support me, it's patreon.com/nightwillowcrafts, linked always down below. Got a bunch of content going on over there if you want to check it out. Until next time, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I post Monday through Friday, and until next time, thank you so much for watching, and blessed be. Now, as promised, here is sweet little office cat. She's in her very furry cat tree that she got inherited from the other kitty cats. She is a solo in this room because she doesn't get along with the other ones. So we are interrupting her bath time, but she is going to completely ignore me. Anyways, she's adorable though. So, sweet little office cat. Gotta take her 17 baths a day. Oh, there you is. Hello, puppies. Hello. Does you want to say hellos? Not really? You want to take your bath? Yeah, okay. Anyways, office cat says hello.